I was in Portland, Oregon last night. Jesus Christ. Great shows. Amazing people coming out. You know, even though I teased them a little bit. You know, I was making fun of some of the people in Portland. Do you know what what really amazes me about this generation? Or actually, maybe like the past 10 years. It's just the amount of shit that guys do in their 20s, and that, like, if I did it back in my 20s, I would get this shit kicked out of me. It's really unbelievable. Is it, Bill? How about an example? I'll give you an example. I was coming over from Portland Airport. By the way, the first time I've ever landed here, or ever landed in Portland, I should say, where it was actually just sunny and beautiful. Like, I believe my first aborted landing I ever had was in Portland, Oregon. It was fucking raining. And the guy was coming in. There was all this wind shear, and then he just fucking went up and around again. And we were all like, dude, what the fuck? I remember this old guy was just like, you know, take as many chances as you need, many times as you need, or whatever. It's like, just get this fucking thing on the ground. Everybody kind of laughed. So this was the first time. That was way back when I was working fucking Javi's. This comedy club down the street. Which is a really interesting gig, because the guy who ran it back in the day, you know, he would paper the entire room, which means he would give the show away. So you go in on a Tuesday and the place would be packed with people who, you know, won a comedy show. You know what I mean? So it was weird. It was like doing this giant office party. And you do one Tuesday, one Wednesday, one Thursday, 2 Friday, 3 Saturday, and then 1 on Sunday. And but the cool thing is I got to hang in Portland all week, check out all these cool places to eat. And now I kind of dip in and dip out. But that's an old story. So anyways, we're getting back to what the fuck I saw. I'm driving from the airport, from Portland Airport over to my fucking hotel. I swear to God, I saw 2 guys in their 20s on a bicycle built for 2. And then behind the guy, those 2 guys, was another guy. Do you remember those cars when you were a kid? If you had like a toy car, you got in it, right? It was made all out of metal, and then you pedaled it. Yeah, this guy had an adult version of that car. Riding behind the 2 guys on a bicycle built for 2. Now, this might seem harsh, and I might seem old school, but shouldn't they be getting this shit kicked out of them? I know in a perfect world, they should be able to do whatever makes them happy. But there's just something about that behavior where you're so begging for attention. You know what I mean? You just can't get on a bicycle. It's got to be a bicycle built for 2. It's got to be a little toy car, and you're a fucking adult in it with your goddamn hipster beard. Like, I don't know. I'm really disappointed with the bullies in the millennial generation. You know, you're letting a lot of stuff slide. Is he advocating bullying? Something. A fucking spitball? Anything? I mean, I was in the middle of the pack when I was in school. I got bullied, and I bullied some kids. You know, I was right in the fucking middle. You know, I was background. I wasn't cool. I wasn't a nerd. I was just one of those people that filled out your class picture. That's all the fuck I was, you know? And I just felt like this pressure, like that somebody is not doing the job needs to get done. I felt like sticking my head out the window like fucking Ogre in that goddamn movie and just be like, nerds! Just something. I mean, how, as an adult, are you supposed to sit there talking to another adult with a waxed mustache and never fucking bring it up? You know, I don't know. I don't know. It's really is like, it's like, how bored are you as a fucking person that you have to like become like a character? Like you go back and you watch a beer commercial from the late 70s or early 80s, and then you just decide that you're going to dress like that guy. But you're still going to be your douchey self, but you're going to have, you know, his mustache and hairdo and T-shirt. It's really fucking weird. I don't know. I don't know. This the shit that bothers me. I'm having sort of a anger relapse. I was doing so well, and the other day I snapped in the car when this fucking person just, took him like 9 tries to parallel park. And it actually felt weird to yell in the car because I hadn't in a good 3 weeks. So I tried to get it in check, but I think I let the fucking genie out of the bottle. So I need to sit down and work on myself again because today when we were flying from Portland up to Seattle, we were boarding the plane and I was in the first group, after people in the military, people with disabilities, people with kids, people with dogs that make them feel like it's okay to fly, people with acne problems. Like, I don't know how many fucking groups there are now before Group 1 boards. Group 1 is really like Group 26 at this point, right? It's Blue Shirt Fridays. Anybody with a blue shirt can now board. Anyway, so we walk out into the tarmac to board, right? And I see this woman in front of me has stopped. It's like one of these deals where you walk outside to get on the plane, and there's this little zigzag sort of ramp you have to walk up, and she stopped while this flight attendant is helping this other woman up there. So I'm thinking in my head, well, she didn't tell me to stop, so I'm going to walk around this lady. I was kind of being a douche, and I went to walk around her, and she fucking stuck her hand out like that. She told me to wait, and she kind of like hit me with her hand. She did like the mother thing. And she was like old. Like white hair and shit. And like the shit that went through my fucking head. Not initially when she hit me. I was just surprised. Like, what the fuck? She just hit me. Oh my God. And the level that I judged her. I was like, is that how you got up into first class? You fucking competitive cunt. Meanwhile, I was going to walk around her. And I knew I was supposed to wait. And I was being a douche. I just kept playing it over my head that I just wish I walked right through her little fucking stiff arm that she gave me. And I ended up sitting behind her on the plane. And in my brain's telling me to hit the back of her chair to rattle her head a little bit. But, the rest of my brain's going, dude, it's an old woman. Why are you letting her get to you like this? And then when we landed, I was thinking, like, she's not married. There's no fucking way any guy's putting up with her. And then I looked and she had a wedding ring. And I was just like, the fuck is wrong with me? So we're getting off the plane. Now we're walking down one of those ramps. And I was actually laughing at myself because I knew I was going to have to pass her and get into the airport before her. Just to somehow make up for that fucking moment, right? How fucking stupid is that? And then I do it. I turn around and glance and look at her. She doesn't even know that I exist. And I wasted all of that energy, and probably took, I don't know, 40 seconds off my life with that level of just, it was like legit hate. Like I hated this person. I mean, I don't like, it's just she fucking touched me, What are you supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? Hey, yell at some old lady? Get your fucking hands off me, lady. Huh? Do it again. You'll never bake another batch of cookies. I mean, well, what exactly am I supposed to be doing there? I just, I created that whole situation. And if I'm honest, looking back, I knew that she was flying first class, so she was probably on some level a lunatic and a control freak. And I kind of knew that if I went around her, it was going to bug her. I just did not anticipate her giving me the flare chop when I tried to go past her. So I kind of got what I deserved. Oh, man. I can't believe how upset I let that get me. And I created the whole fucking thing. I really am a pathetic human being. But, it makes for a good story. It helps fill up a podcast. So anyways, I'm up here in Seattle. Portland and Seattle, well, two of my favorite cities. What are your favorite cities? Oh, glad you asked. Portland, Seattle. I'd say Seattle over Portland. They're both nice. Portland just has a little more of a hipster douche factor. You know, it was sort of a tie, and then when I saw that guy in the two guys in the bicycle built for two with the kiddie car behind it, I was like, I fucking can't. All right? You know, and then you come up to Seattle, and you got the New World Order hippies. I mean, there's a lot up here to kind of be annoyed with, but beautiful cities. Lush land, all kinds of water, and it's just amazing up here. San Francisco, Los Angeles, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Chattanooga, Tennessee. These are my favorites. Obviously, I'm from Boston. Cleveland, Detroit, Buffalo, Pittsburgh. I think that's it. The rest of the towns can all go fuck themselves. Kidding. Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's my favorite one in Texas? I'm going there in 2 weeks. I'm going to fucking Houston, Texas in July as a redheaded, bald male. The fuck was I thinking? Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, College Station. I don't know. They're all kind of the same. It's flat. There's the most shiniest new pickup trucks you've ever seen in your life. I've never seen so many shiny, brand new pickup trucks in my four-door pickup trucks in my life. They look like they just got taken right off the showroom floor.